So up to this point, the WB did not air new programming on Tuesdays. They were a brand new network, and they were only paying for a few nights of programming. All right, it was like Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, maybe something like that.
That's
And
cool. I miss when things were like scrappy like that. People didn't have money to do stuff.
yeah, I know. Those were the
Now,
days.
billions of dollars.
Yeah. So this is the first time they aired shit on Tuesday. They promoted the fuck out of it. They called it the WB New Tuesday. You can go back and watch commercials
Should
for
be
that.
Newsdays.
Oh,
I don't know if that works.
Yeah, I don't think it does. Then you
Can I
think
tell you
it-
what
then you think it's
Jersey
news
Shore-
programming on.
Can I tell you what Jersey Shore used to do?
Yeah.
They used to come on Thursdays, so they would call it Jers Days.
Pretty good.
I just get so excited for Jers Days.
All right, so the WB New Tuesday consisted of Buffy at 8 o'clock, and then at 9 o'clock this night, January 20th, 1998, was the pilot episode of a new show called Dawson's Creek. What?
Yeah, and I have a question for you.
I just want to
Is
say,
this the greatest night of your life?
it's one of the greatest nights of my life. What a fucking night for me this was. It's Buffy with the big conclusion to the two-parter with the crazy cliffhanger.
And this is your favorite show at this point.
It's my favorite show on
like
TV.
a few weeks ago, it cemented itself as your favorite show.
Yeah.
I remember that. I don't remember what episode exactly.
Halloween.
But
It
you
was
said,
Halloween.
Yeah, you said now it's your favorite show.
Yeah.
And there's a big two-parter. They put it back to back now. The first time they ever did that. And the start of one of your other favorite shows.
Which was being advertised as from the
Williamson.
creator of Scream.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I really thought about that. As soon as I saw that, I was like, whoa. I'll put all that in my mind. I was like, this is really like one of the great nights of Dan's life, probably.
It was an amazing night, and that's one of the great pilots of all time. It's fucking awesome. The dialogue is so Kevin Williamson-y. It's wild. It's like my first time ever seeing Katie Holmes, and I'm like, boy, and there's
Michelle.
I wasn't as into her at first, not till later, but Dawson was into her. Boy, oh boy! I remember when she gets out of that cab, Dawson's like, oh, and then Pacey, I loved Pacey. I was like, oh my god, it's that guy from that one scene in Scream 2.
Really, that's what you thought?
Yes, I swear to you. And I might have known him from Mighty Ducks too.
Oh wow!
Yeah, because he was one of the Mighty Ducks. But
yes, you're right.
But he like hooks up with his teacher. It's like a 15-year-old hooking up with a teacher. I'm like, I hope that's me in like 3 years. It wasn't, unfortunately, but
or fortunately,
I guess. But great episode. And here's your two music options for this week. You could.
Yes.
I don't want to wait.
Oh, I'm doing that one.
That's
sure.
great. One of the great theme songs of all time. Boy,
My
oh
favorite,
boy,
probably.
they didn't get the rights to it when the DVDs came out. And the DVDs use some sort of international version of the theme song, and it sucks.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh my god, I still get mad about that. But the end of the episode, there's a great moment where they play "I'll Stand by You" by the Pretenders, another great song.
Okay, that is a good song.
Don't let nobody hurt me. Yeah. That's the very end when Joey and Dawson are joking about sex, and he's going over his mom's news footage because he thinks his mom is having an affair with her co-anchor, and turns out yes, she is.
Did he find proof on the footage?
He's
looking for like chemistry.
He
on the
says the
footage, or what?
chemistry between them is weird. And
that's interesting.
Yeah, and he's right about that. She's
a little fable movie?
I remember. He goes, "Listen to the way she says back to you, Bob."
That's really funny.
Yeah. Great show. All right. That's really it. The Critics' Choice Awards were that night. LA Confidential won Best Picture, which is pretty cool. Got to beat Titanic. And the Breakthrough Star Award went to Matt Damon. What a great breakthrough star he was. Even though he was in Courage Under Fire 2 years earlier.
Is he in like one of those other ones, like School Ties or one of those?
Yeah, I believe he's in School Ties.
Okay.
He shows up a few times and when he's very young, but I guess 97 was The Rainmaker and Good Will Hunting, so people think of that as his breakthrough year.
I like Affleck more only because he was in the Buffy movie.
Well, I love that
That's
you
gonna
love
be
that.
that's gonna be my go-to now. If anyone says, "Do I like Affleck or Damon more?" I'm gonna say Affleck only because he's in the Buffy movie.
Yeah, man. Well, I say Affleck because of like Gone Baby Gone. Like he became like a genuinely great director. Whereas Matt Damon, he was just doing like We Bought a Zoo around that time.
In the Great Wall.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck off, Matt Damon.
Damon should make a the Way Back.
Yeah, I've just rewatched 40 Year
I'm
Old
so
Virgin.
pumped for Air, by the way.
Me too. I'm gonna see it in theaters. I just rewatched 40 Year Old Virgin, and I forgot there's that great line where they're watching The Bourne Identity in the back room at work, and Paul Rudd just apropos of nothing goes, "I always thought Damon was a Streisand, but I kind of think he's rocking the shit in this one."
Paul Rudd's so funny. Who's the black guy that's in the crew? He like never did anything again.
No,
But he's funny in that movie.
Romany Malco. He worked a lot afterwards, but mostly on TV. He was on that show Weeds for years, and now he's on the show A Million Little Things on ABC.
Everyone else is famous, and then there's that guy. But he's funny in that movie.
Yeah, it's funny. He's got a scene with Kevin Hart in that movie, and you think like Romany Malco's the star, but I mean Kevin Hart got way bigger, and he's only in that one scene.
Yeah. Yeah, I never
Yeah.
thought about that. That's a bummer.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's talk about it. Joss Whedon wrote and directed this baby. He calls it the best episode of Buffy.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of people think that it's always on the lists.
I'll tell you what, IMDb, this is the highest one so far.
Ever? Oh,
So far.
Okay.
I only look at it so far. I don't look at it ever.
I don't think it's. I don't even think it would be in my top 5, but it'd be in my top 10.
You mean ever?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's
Kind
get
of crazy. He says that his is the best one. He should have picked something else. Well, I guess he does a lot of them, and he does the major ones.
No, listen to me. He once put together a list of the 10 best episodes of Buffy around the time Buffy ended, and I believe 8 of them were written and directed by him.
That's funny. But I'm sure he gives himself the big ones. He's like, this is important. I'll do this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
He should have picked Witch though.
Fuck off with Witch. Oh, we just needed the Witch reference for the week.
Yeah, I gotta lay off. I do it a lot. It's just my favorite episode. I can't help it.
Yeah.
Of like the non-important ones, it is like I think the best one, like structurally with all the different twists and turns. I think it's the best one of those.
All right. Jesus. Let's talk about Innocence. Squirt us your notes.
Oh, all right. Innocence. It starts out great. Where remember last episode there was a to be continued. Where this one, Angel is in that. He's in that. What do you call it?
Alleyway.
Alley. Yeah, he's in like a dark alley. And there's a woman that comes out and she's smoking a cigarette.
By the way, that woman is played by Sarah Michelle Gellar's stunt double.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
She has lines, right?
Yeah. This is her only speaking role on the show.
That's really cool. I like that. She's smoking a cigarette, and Angel kills her, and then Angel exhales the smoke.
Yeah.
Like, damn, that's so cool.
He got it right out of her neck.
Yeah, it's awesome. They do really cool. I mean, I guess when you have a show about vampires, you're gonna explore every aspect of vampires. But I remember that one episode where they're like, "Yeah, one time I killed a hippie, and then I got really high."
Yeah,
like, they do really fun stuff with the vampires.
I'll tell you one
that was
thing.
Spike, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. 7 seasons, not a single one of them sparkle.
Yeah, they never got there.
They didn't come up with that.
Twilight's way smarter.
Yeah.
That's really genius. So then what? Oh, Drusilla faints and she like has a dream about Buffy.
What happened? What?
She like has visions. Of
Oh
Buffy
yeah, right. She starts having visions.
Yeah, I didn't really know what that was about. But anyway, so something weird kind of. We go to the library. And they're talking about like where's Buffy? She hasn't been around because she stayed the night with Angel, but only Xander and Willow want to go save her. They're like, yeah, we're gonna. But Giles is like, yeah, we're not really gonna go. I don't really know about that. But Xander and Willow were like, yeah, we need gotta go
I
save
think
Buffy.
Giles makes a
Pretty weird.
fine point because Willow and Xander are gonna go tromp into the fucking factory, which is like Vampire Central in Sunnydale. Spike and Drusilla are there, and they don't even know for sure that Buffy's there. They just haven't heard from her since the docks last night, and so
That's their friend though. You gotta go save
no,
her.
I get it, and they even shame Giles when Buffy walks in.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, so Buffy has a line here. Did you catch this? She says, "No assembly required." And
I
I
did,
thought of that episode.
I
Some
did
assembly
think about
required.
that. Yeah, I knew you'd point that out.
Yeah, so that was kind of fun. Then they go to class or whatever. I don't know. So then we go to Spike and Drusilla, and Angel shows up, and he talked about like doing Broadway on New York. I think that was just a joke, though, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I love that monologue. Yeah,
Yeah, that was fun.
yeah.
And this is when the judge tries to kill him, but then we learn he can't because he no longer has any. He doesn't have a soul anymore. Basically, no more humanity left. And I don't think we learn why, right? Really,
Well,
exactly.
it's because he's one of the worst vampires ever, and it's not just that he's a vampire without a soul, because all vampires don't have a soul, and he detects humanity in Spike, and he says, you have there's love and jealousy or whatever, and then he's able to kill Dalton. So Dalton has humanity in him as well. But this is just selling the fact that Angelus is one of the worst vampires there ever was.
So the reason he has no soul is because he got really happy. So, but are Spike and Drusilla not the same way? Like you'd think they were really happy together. Do they also have
No,
no soul?
he only that's only a thing with Angel because of the
Okay.
gypsy curse.
Okay. 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 And he says he wants to kill Buffy for making him feel human.
Right.
Uh, so that's pretty good. This was fun. We don't see him, but Buffy. We learn that Buffy went looking for Angel, and she beat up that guy Willie
Yeah,
the
we got a Willie the
snitch.
Snitch reference. I liked that.
That was very fun, and I think that was a. Oh, I guess Marty didn't write this one, but I think that was a Marty Noxon creation. I think he was in
Yep.
that other double episode.
Yeah, what's my line? Hey, how do you
Um,
feel before we go forward? How do you feel about David Boreanaz's performance as Angelus?
no, yeah, he's good. I like him. I remember when he started. Yeah, like playing both characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very good. And I've come around on him just in general. Like I remember when Buffy started, I really was not into he was trying to act all cool.
Yeah.
And he still kind of is, but he's like he's found it. He's found
Yeah,
himself.
they
He's good.
found the character, and now you can see like a genuine switch happen. It's a different character he's playing, basically.
Yeah, no, I'm on board. I like Angel. So we're in the library after we learn about the Willie the Snitch thing. We go into the bookshelves. Cordelia's in the
Mm.
bookshelves. She's looking for more research on everything that's going on. And Xander goes over there and he's like, "Hey, our relationship, everything that's going on." And then they end up kissing. And I was genuinely surprised by this. Were you? Like, well, the first time you
The
saw
first
this,
time, yeah, for sure.
they
And I
stop
felt
kissing.
so bad for her.
They stop, they pull away, and Willow is right there. And I was like, "Oh my god, Willow saw it!" Like I was really like I didn't expect it. I did not expect that,
Yeah.
but it was seemed so obvious afterward because they were in the fucking library kissing. It was so stupid.
But they were
But
back in the stacks, bro.
yeah, they were. But Willow saw and she runs out and she's like, "I just you'd rather be with somebody that you hate than be with me." And you're like, damn, that's sad because that's true. Like they
Yeah.
hated her, but then they would also rather be with her than Willow.
Yeah, she mentions that Xander was the treasurer of the I Hate Cordelia Club at one point.
Yeah, and he's laying it on thick. Like every time he can, when they're like, when they're like, they can only kill somebody with no soul. He's like, well, we can use Cordelia. Like every line now,
Yeah.
it's just like about how much and she's doing the same thing to him now. But Willow even says like, it seems so obvious. You guys were like playing it up so much. Um, it's so sad, I guess. Then we go to Angel's apartment, and Buffy's there, and she's like, Angel, I was looking everywhere for you, and he's like, you weren't even that good, or whatever he says. I don't even know, but he hurts her feelings. And
It's like I should have known you wouldn't be able to handle this or something. And then she says, "Was I not good?" He goes, "No, you were great. Really, I thought you were a pro."
yeah, so I guess he just says she was good, which is
Yeah,
good.
and then as he's walking out, he goes, "Oh, I'll call you." So this, I mean, this is one of the great Buffy metaphors, which is that the very true cliche about some men like losing their souls after having sex, like just like becoming a different person,
Yeah,
losing all interest, and this is like the ultimate version of that.
yeah, it really is. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's great stuff. It's almost like how girls become evil when they're not cheerleaders, right?
What?
How they become witches
Oh, would you
when
stop
they're not
it?
able
Jesus
to.
Christ.
All right. Anyway, what happens?
Uh, well, I don't
Oh,
know.
Jenny, she hangs out with her uncle again,
Yeah.
and this is when we learn that she was assigned to keep Buffy and Angel apart because if Angel gets true happiness, if he reaches that, then he's gonna turn back into Angelus.
He wasn't assigned specifically to keep Buffy and Angel apart. She was just
Oh,
assigned to keep Angel sad, and then Buffy started dating Angel, and so she had to get in on that.
okay, okay. Um, how long do you think they planned this?
They didn't know in the first season when they introduced her, but they knew at the beginning of the second season.
Okay, all right. We go to school, and Willow is like, "Hey, Xander, I know shit is bad between us at the moment, but also, we don't know what's going on with Buffy, so we're gonna put our differences aside. We're gonna figure all this out, and then we'll handle all that later." But then Angel shows up, and he's like, "Hey," and I forgot what he does, but he's like, "Willow, you're gonna come with me. Xander, you're gonna go do this," and
Yeah.
then he like tricks him, and
And he's like, "What happened to the lights?"
yeah. Oh, he did he do that? He turned the lights
Yeah,
off.
he did that.
Oh shit, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, but then Jenny's there because she knows, I guess, what's gonna happen, and then Buffy's there. They stop everything.
And this is
Nobody dies.
the big showdown where you know like Buffy didn't know what was happening in the previous scene. She kind of just thought Angel was being a fucking asshole. And so now she's like, "Oh, he's evil. I get it."
Yeah, there's like actual Hellmouth stuff going on right
Yeah.
now. So a scene that I am not sure I liked. I didn't love Giles, to be honest, in this
Oh
episode.
my god. But what about that final scene in his
That's good.
car?
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. But I didn't like it here where they go to the library and he like keeps questioning. He's like, why is he happy? Or why did he reach true happiness? Where were you last night? Where was he
Right,
last
right.
night? And he keeps just like really hammering it home. Um, I don't know. It felt like a lot coming from Giles.
That's fair, but I mean, he is genuinely clueless. When later in the episode, when Buffy flat out chokes out Miss Calendar in the middle of a class, Giles like comes to that realization, like, oh shit, his one true happiness was being in your pussy.
Yeah, but that I didn't love that moment either. Where it seems like that was like such a moment for him. Like, oh my god, Buffy had sex. Oh my god, and he's like had to take a moment.
Well, because
It
he's like
seemed
a
like
father figure.
yeah, but I don't know. I felt like everything was working so well with like Buffy and the whole like Angel storyline, and then you have Giles having his own moment, and you're like, what the fuck is this? I didn't care about have Giles dealing with it. I don't
Oh,
know.
I do.
I didn't really care. But anyway, but Buffy. Oh, Xander came up with a plan. Great Xander
Yeah.
plan, right? He says we're gonna. Well, I guess we don't see the plan, but he says he needs Cordelia, he needs Van, and Willow suggests Oz.
Yeah, there's an enormous error in this part of the episode.
Yeah, what's that?
Xander tells them, "Meet me at my house or Willow's house in 30 minutes with like all this stuff. Like Cordelia, you go dress trashy, and Willow, and Willow, you get Oz to get the van and shit. I love when Willow goes, my boyfriend has a van.
Yeah, that's good.
So he says, meet me in 30 minutes. Then we cut to Buffy in her bedroom crying, which is an amazing. Sarah Michelle Gellar is so incredible in that sequence.
Mhm.
And then then it's the next day at school, and she has the dream about Miss Calendar, and then she confronts Miss Calendar in class, and then that night we see them do the plan. So what was all that meet me in 30 minutes nonsense?
Yeah, that never once crossed my mind, but
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. Great point.
Yeah, I think about
Uh,
that every time I watch this episode.
so you should mention that to Josh. How is this the best episode
He
when it's such
knows.
a
He knows. He doesn't give a shit.
that you've seen him address that?
Yeah, I have.
Okay,
He
interesting.
says just pretend. He says it was an error, but just pretend they were practicing for the plan.
He says that.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right. So yeah, all of that happened where they choke out Jenny and ask her about what's going on.
How'd you feel about the sex dream?
I didn't like it that much.
Yeah, I think that scene's super weird, and I'll tell you something that makes it even weirder.
What?
They didn't have audio for it, and then they decided they wanted to hear like Buffy and Angel sort of like moaning during that. And so instead of getting Geller and Boreanaz in the studio, the moaning was done by Joss Whedon and the sound editor,
Okay, that's weird.
who was a woman. And knowing what we know about Joss Whedon, I wonder whether he actually fucked the fucking sound editor and recorded it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about it. It's fascinating though.
Yeah.
All right. So, how do you watch this knowing that that's Joss Whedon?
Now I hate that scene. I used to not hate that scene, now I do.
Yeah, I didn't even like it the first
I
time.
can because I can hear his voice. When you know it's Joss Whedon, you can tell it's him.
Yeah, I've never heard him speak. I don't think.
Yeah.
So, but then they go to the military base. Xander, his whole plan was that he still remembers from that Halloween episode where he turned into a soldier.
Yeah.
He remembers all like the jargon. Is that a word? Jargon.
Sure. And
He remembers all the jargon.
and he thinks he knows how to assemble a rifle.
Well, he does know how to assemble a rifle.
Yeah, yeah. He explains it to Buffy later. So like this is a thing that we're hearing for the first time, but this comes into play.
Does that mean that Willow remembers how to be a slut? What was she actually? What was her other costume?
She's a ghost.
A ghost.
But maybe Buffy remembers what it was like to live in the 1700s.
Yeah, right. What was Cordelia?
Well, she didn't have one. She dressed as a cat, but she didn't buy this costume at Ethan's.
You're right. That's fun. So
maybe Larry thinks about what it's like to rape and pillage as a pirate.
Yeah, Jesus. I didn't even think about that. He was trying to like rape Buffy because he was a pirate.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even think about that. Wow, I'm learning so much. I would never ever thought about that ever again if not for you. But this podcast. So this was pretty funny. He tells the guy, he's like, "Hey, I'm just taking Cordelia in here. I want to show her around." They get turned on by the guns, and he's like, "All right, you have 20 minutes." And Xander's like, "I only need 5." And then he's like, "Wait, forget about that part."
Yeah.
Oh man, that's the funny stuff.
Good stuff.
I don't know why they get into the guns so much. Like the guns turn women on. Do they turn you on? I guess we can make a joke like everything turns me on.
Yeah, looking at I'm a 17-year-old boy. Looking at linoleum makes me want to have sex.
Yeah, I guess he thought linoleum was so funny that we had to have all the gun talk to get to linoleum.
Yeah, big joke.
But whatever, I thought it was fine. Then we go to the car and Oz and...
I love this scene.
Yeah, me too. Oz and... What's her name again?
Willow.
Oz and Willow are in the car, and Oz is like... Or Willow, actually. She's like, straight up, do you want to make out with me? He's like, what? Did I hear that properly? She's like, yeah, do you want to make out with me? He's like... No, like I think about it a lot, but when I think about it, it's like you're wanting to kiss me. You're not wanting to like do it because you can't kiss Xander.
Yeah, because you're getting like, back at your friend.
Yeah, so he's like, I'll just wait for later, and then she's like, all right, but yeah, it's a really great moment.
And then he goes to help out Xander and shit, and the camera holds on Willow after he said that, and she's like, for the first time, like, oh my god, I like this guy.
Yeah, right. She didn't
Yeah.
like him before then, though.
I think she always liked him, but like there was that overriding thing of Xander, and I think that this conversation sort of helps her get over it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that you're right. And it helps. She just found out that he is into Cordelia. I'm sure
Yeah,
there's
absolutely.
not much coming back from that right now. But so then we learned that Jenny Calendar's uncle. Did he ever get a name?
Uncle Enos.
Uncle Enos. Is that with an E?
Yeah, Enos.
Enos. So Enos Calendar. He died. He
Their
he.
last name is not actually Calendar. That's
Oh
made
yeah.
up.
Oh yeah. But he died, and Angel wrote with blood on the wall. He wrote like, "Was it as good for you as it was for me?" or whatever he wrote on the
Was
wall.
it good for you too?
Was it good for you too? And I don't know, whatever. And then they get pissed off at Jenny Calendar. She's like, "I want to help," and they're like, "Get the fuck out of here, Jenny Calendar!"
And Jenny's like, Giles, speak to her. And Giles is like, no, get the fuck out of here.
She said, "Get the fuck out of here." And, yeah, so that's pretty good. Then, so what happened earlier was the reason they went to the armory was because Xander came up with the idea. They said something about like the what's his name? What's Luke's name?
The judge.
The judge can only be killed by like not or like by man-made items
yeah,
or
no,
something.
no. They said no weapon forged can kill him.
Yeah.
But this was written in like the 1600s or something. So like
Oh, okay.
there have been new weapons invented since then. That's the idea. And that's why like when she pulls out the rocket launcher at the mall, he goes, "What's that?"
Yes. Yes. Did it have to be a rocket launcher? Could not have just been like a normal gun? Why do they have to blow up the
Well,
mall?
because they want to blow the judge apart so that they can like hide all his limbs in different spots again.
I guess that's a good point. Can't you just shoot him in the head and then just cut them all up?
They weren't taking any chances, man. They got a rocket launcher.
All right, all right.
Plus,
Yeah,
it's
but then,
cool to see fucking Buffy with a bazooka.
of course it is. Yeah, she pulls out a fucking rocket launcher. She launches him up, and he gets blown. I do like we see some people like jump off the guardrails, and you're like, oh, that's pretty fun.
Angel and Drusilla, yeah.
Yeah, Angel and Drusilla jump off the, yeah, and yeah, it's a pretty fun moment. And then Angel and Buffy end up fighting. They have a moment, and she wants to kill him, or no, she doesn't want to kill him. She wants to end the thing, but she can't kill him. So what does she do? Kicks him in the testicles. That'll end it all. And yeah.
she goes, "Give me time," walks away, and that's the scene in front of the movie theater. Did you happen to notice there were lots of movie posters for two movies at that theater?
I didn't know what they were.
One was the cartoon Quest for Camelot. Okay, and the other was Fallen with Denzel Washington.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not really familiar with either.
Oh, really? Fallen's this one. It's like a supernatural mystery about like the killer can like possess different things, and he likes to sing when he kills people. Time is on my side.
Denzel sings that every time.
No, the killer does, and so that's how Denzel like knows who the killer is at any given moment in that movie. And then, not to spoil anything, but you're never gonna watch this. At the end of the movie, he thinks he like gets him in a remote enough place that like he's not, there won't be any other bodies for him to jump into. They're at this cabin in the woods. But then twist ending, Logan, at the very end of it, you see a cat. He's in the cat.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So is that sort of like your problem with that movie M? Like that he whistles every time he does a crime? Dude. He does the same song every single time.
Yeah, change it up a little, bro. Like that.
Time is on my side.
Yeah. Sing Ruby Tuesday next time. Come on.
All right. Well, where were we? I forgot.
Oh, well,
the mall.
The big Buffy Angel fight. Yeah, in the mall. They're picking up the judge. Oz says arm.
Arm.
Yeah.
And then what? Giles drops Buffy off?
Yeah. Big Giles, Buffy, heart to heart in the car. I love that moment.
Yeah, she's like, says she's sorry, and he's like, yeah, you don't have to apologize. I'm not upset. I'm not disappointed or whatever.
You'll have
Yeah,
these next few months are gonna be tough. Like, but I'm not gonna like badge. I'm not.
I'm
Do you
gonna
want?
support you.
Yeah, yeah. Do you want me to like fucking badger you right now and fucking wrap your knuckles or something? Like, no. I'm here to support you. The next few months are gonna be tough, and we'll get through it.
Yeah, I hope so. And then she has a moment with mom, where mom, I guess it's still her birthday. Is it still her
No,
birthday?
it's like the day after her birthday or something, but they have like weekend plans for Buffy's birthday. Remember they were
Oh
actually supposed to
yeah,
go like shopping the
yeah.
next
They
day
set
or
that up in the
something.
last episode that they
Yeah.
were gonna go somewhere. But yeah, so mom made her some cupcakes, and she's like so depressed that the candle's burning, and mom's like, "Hey, make a wish," and she's like, "I'm just gonna let it burn." And you're like, "Yeah, this is the Buffy that I like."
Yeah. And they're watching Stowaway starring Shirley Temple.
Oh, I thought they were watching. What was it Thelma and Louise? Was that what they were watching last week?
That yeah,
Or
that was after Ted.
yeah, Ted, right? Well, they should do that with this one. Another boy problem. Maybe watch Thelma and Louise again.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I give this what, 4? Are you gonna give us a 5? Is this your
Nah, this is a
favorite episode?
5, man.
Really? I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm sure retroactively, I'll just give my favorite episodes 5s. But I feel like in the moment, I don't think I'll ever give anything a 5.
That
Like
might
really
not be
hard.
true. We'll see.
Yeah. But I'll give it a 4. My MVP, I'm gonna go with Oz.
Okay. I'm going to go with Buffy. I think Sarah Michelle Gellar is amazing in this episode.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't like the Giles stuff, and I sort of thought maybe that was part of Buffy, but I think that's just Giles. And
Yeah.
we had like too much of Giles. Buffy's really good. All the crying stuff she has to do. I mean,
Yeah.
Oz is just in like he like says one thing. I'm gonna go Buffy too.
I mean, I love Oz in this episode. The whole thing, like freeze frame, Willow kissage. That's all very adorable. But I mean, Sarah Michelle Gellar's acting her fucking heart out in this shit.
Yeah,
I
you're right.
I read that after she did that scene where she like breaks down in bed crying, like she like really went to a place, and it took like a long time for them to be able to like get Sarah Michelle Gellar back to normal.
Wow,
After,
she was like method.
yeah.
Wow.
Um. All right. So that who's your LVP?
All right, I went with Ginny in the first episode, and she's way better in this episode because she actually gets to be with the gang again, doing more stuff. But so I'm gonna go with the uncle.
Uncle. Okay. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
Um.
Eon,
Enos.
Enos.
Ego. My LVP. Can I go with Joss Whedon for that whisper sex?
Yeah, absolutely. He's
Okay.
actually acting like in the episode as like a
Yeah,
cameo.
I'll do that.
I'm gonna change my vote. I'm gonna go Joss Whedon. I didn't know that.
Nice. Um.
You
a-
convinced me on both.
all right, and this is easy, dude. Just pop this right at the top of the chart.
Oh shit! Top of the chart.
Yeah,
All right.
this is my favorite episode to this point.
Okay, and for me, what was when she was bad?
That's the season 2 premiere.
Is that
Where
like with the skeleton on the table?
yeah, and the sexy dance.
Oh, that was a sexy dance episode.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll go this ahead of that one. So this is
Okay.
my favorite one too.
Nice.
So both of our favorite ones, I guess. Wow, but I didn't love the Giles part, but who cares? All right, so there we go. The our favorite episode of Buffy so far, Innocence. We agree with IMDb.
Yeah, yeah. Good job, Internet Movie Database. All right, next week on the show, Logan. You want to guess what happens in these next 2 episodes?
Yeah, hit me. By the way, I was right about basically both of these. I said
You
somebody's
nailed
birthday,
it.
and then
I said you nailed it. Yeah.
yeah,
All right. Episode 15 next week is called Phases.
yeah. um, are they called phases when it's like that chart of the humans becoming or apes becoming humans? Is it called? Are they like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3? Are those phases?
I guess
All right, I'll say something about that. Something like something about like an ape. We'll go
they're gonna
back to the
battle
apes.
Neanderthals.
Yeah, something about that. And then what's the other one?
Episode 16 is called Bewitched, Bothered, and Bewildered.
What was the second word?
Bothered.
I'm gonna say Amy comes back. Oh, didn't you say the trophy comes back? I'll say this is that episode.
You know, I
Bewitched.
gotta say, Logan, I don't think the trophy is in this one, but this is the episode where Amy comes back.
Holy shit!
Yeah, you got
Wow.
that right.
Did they do it on purpose? Did they bring back the witch title because of
Yeah, I
that?
guess so.
All right. Well, that's great. I was joking, but
Hmm.
that's incredible.
Yeah, Phases is very our first real Oz centric episode,
Oh, that's awesome.
and then Bewitched, Bothered, and Bewildered is a big Xander episode.